Okay, I think we're live. Probably. There's a chance we're live. I'm seeing myself come up on Twitch, so I guess we're live. Let's start getting set up then. I'll finish getting set up. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes here so I can have a little bit of fun with the reveal I want to do, but for the moment, this is good. This is good. We're good. We are live. I am big vibing with some Gran Turismo music. It is Sunday in America. What's happening, Van? How you doing? It is not, in fact, Friday in California, unfortunately, but we're here anyway, so hope you're doing good. Might be a little bit... I'm going to mess with the microphone in a minute, because I got some more stuff I want to adjust here. But I hope you're doing good, man. Why did I do that? Hold on. About to go to Goodwill and see if they've got any decent slacks. Hey, good luck, man. I do enjoy shopping around a Goodwill every now and then. Sometimes you just find cool shit, honestly. Like, for what it is, like, I mean, I'm not going in there... I go in there looking for clothes occasionally, honestly, because it's just expensive. Clothes are expensive. Everything's expensive. It sucks. But I go in there looking a lot for, like, old audio equipment in the hopes that I can find a halfway decent tape deck. I found one a few months ago and I didn't pick it up, and when I went back for it, it was gone, so I was annoyed at that, but that's what it is, you know. Let me do the generic dump my stream in, like, 20 different YouTube or Discord servers. YouTube servers, yes, exactly. Found a golden Pikachu card. Hell yeah! Love to see those. Stream promo. Man, when did I go live last? June 28th. Oof. It's been over 2 weeks. I wish that I wish that I was online more, genuinely, but well, the week's been busy. If it hasn't been busy, then I've been trying to do social stuff and talk with friends and hang out, and sort of what it is, you know. Now I've got to clean up my resume this week, and then start looking for more jobs and potentially get a new. I need to get a new. I need to work on getting a certification, so we'll see how that goes. You know, it would probably make more sense for this if I used my lav mic. Do I feel like pulling the lav mics out? Maybe? I don't know, give me a little bit more time. Or give me a little bit more freedom of movement as opposed to using the mic arm here. Adjusting a new job has been keeping you busy. Quite the atmosphere. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, because you guys travel out of state, too. You, like, travel out of state for a week, do a job, come back. So I can imagine it's not necessarily stressful, but it's a lot, you know? Alright. So I was kind of hoping that my next stream could be a stream talking about my my new video that I put out, and we could watch it together. That's not the case, unfortunately. I was hoping to have it out this week. It's not happening this week. I've got other stuff going on. So yeah, in that case, we're just here.
Test
we're just
yes
vibing.
1 2 3.
Test yes 1 2 3. What's up, Walker Pierce? How you doing? So I'm adjusting a couple things here. I got some stuff I want to mess with. Sorry if this makes a lot of noise. There we go. So I've basically got a video. For anybody who doesn't know, I've got a video. I haven't been talking about it a whole lot in the server. I've been talking about it in a couple other spots. I've basically got a video ready to go. Okay? Like, it's ready. It's done. I am done with it. No. It's just, I have to wait because Google is dumb. Is the long and short of it. I need to wait because Google is dumb. Okay, so if I just wanna zoom into like right here, right? And then I back up and then we're good. Yeah. Okay, now let me zoom out. So you guys see the two poles on each side of me, right? You guys see what that is? Hank Hill is bringing the propane. I'll tell you what. Alright. I'm going to point the microphone this way for a moment. Because I'm going to be up and about for a second here. I was going to have a hat on, but I realized that I don't really have any long distance. I don't have any wireless earbuds. I don't have any earbuds with like long cables. I've just got a 10-foot cable on the new headphones that I got. So we're doing that. Try hitting it with a hammer. If I hit Google with a hammer, I'll get arrested, but I would still do it. See this thing? You know what this is? You're gonna see. Posture check, Van. Bit bad timing on that one. You guys know what this is? This is a green screen. And I'll show you the other thing I got recently. It is an orange screen, yes, exactly. Van, you might be colorblind, just saying. You might want to go get checked out. The problem is hanging it. Whoa. Don't knock the whole thing over. Alright, so I'm gonna move this straight off to the end here. There's the hard part over, getting one on. Yeah, you were very close, man. Very close. Just one color off. One shade off, you know? Yeah, that's got way too much slack. Pull that taut. There we go. So that ain't perfect, but it'll work. Honestly, I need to go get more spring clamps. So we got a green screen now. And it's a little... needs a little more work. That's a little better. Because the thing is, you kind of got to hang it. Hi, Stroke guys. How you doing? We're setting something up here. All right. So now I just need to adjust the camera in such a way. And honestly, I think I pulled this in too far. That side's loose. This has got a bit of slack I can pull off. This one's like falling. Okay, so now I just want to pull this out more. Want a little bit of slack loose on that. This one's trying real hard to just lean. Not really sure why. Maybe I just didn't give it enough. Come on. Yes, very green. Now, for anybody who doesn't know how green screens work, it's not that bad, really. Takes a little bit of tweaking to do, but it's not really super hard. So if I pull up OBS here, and you guys get to watch yourselves for a minute, or you get to watch Streamception a little bit, the chroma key is pretty cool. So if I go to my desktop, and I make sure this is actually on the right thing, it is. Okay, so there's me. That's not the right screen. There we go. Now we're talking trippy nonsense. Okay, so green screen directly behind me here. We're gonna go to studio mode, go back to face cam here. Right, so we're looking at this side. And you can see it repeating infinitely, which is always fun. So we've got the DSLR here, which is my camera. It's not a DSLR anymore, technically mirrorless, but that's just the name of the thing. So now we're gonna chroma key it. So if we go to chroma key and we use a green, So you can see this is already getting like blacked out on the outside, right? And so the only thing I really have to do here is I have to make sure, one, the screen is evenly lit as much as I can get it, which I think I've done pretty decently. I might lower this light a little bit, actually. One sec. That's the other thing I got, actually. I'll show you guys that. I got, and the cable's not reaching, big ass light with a softbox. It's not actually that big. It's the light itself is like maybe this big. It's like maybe about as big as my head. It's not that big. Well, okay, the head's pretty big, but you know. So we've got that. And I'm gonna be over here adjusting the light for a moment. Put the light down a little bit. Rotate it up. Light up to 100% power. So here comes the other issue with lights, with lighting in general, is I can't get too close to the green screen or there's going to be a shadow on it. And that might cause issues. Kill a mud crab? I don't have a mud crab. I don't play Skyrim. I'm not playing Oblivion right now. Sorry, Struckaz. Okay, so if we look on this side, that's looking almost right. Okay, so now we've just got it showing on this side a bit, so we just want to zoom in a tad. That looks like a green screen, pretty much. And if I do this, then it, you know, you can't see me anymore, but... right about there. And there's gonna be, because this isn't an ideal lighting scenario, because I just don't have the space to make a good lighting scenario for this, it's a whole different issue. Hi, Rukix, how you doing? We are big vibing today. I'm just adjusting little things here. Because the other problem is you can you might not be able to see it very well, but on the back of my neck here, you can see the green. That's reflecting from the green screen, so ideally I would be much farther from the green screen. And I would have the lights in a better spot. I would have like 2 lights hitting just the green screen behind me, and then I would have like a third one and maybe a fourth one hitting just me. But because I'm in a tiny bedroom and we don't have space for that, it's what it is. Anyway, now we've got a green screen going, so now we can put whatever we want in the background. Like, what the fuck is oatmeal? Sure. That doesn't go in the audio stuff, no. So now we can just put what the fuck is oatmeal behind me, and now I've very much got to fix some issues with the green screen, apparently. But this is what we do. This is how we learn. So maybe I want the smoothness down and then similarity up. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if more or less light would help in this scenario. Also, hi Rukix, again. Hope you're doing good. I might not make it for Monster Hunter tonight. I've got some other stuff going on. Because I'm thinking that maybe less light would mean that there's less light bounce back. Hopefully. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. So So I can just make myself gray. I don't really understand what this key color spill reduction slider does. I guess it's like the reflections and everything, but it's weird. Very weirdly made. So what if I just custom color this? I turn off the filter. I select the color of the green screen behind me. Let's just roll off of that, right? Because that's going to be a lot better, right? Presumably. Let me just pull the smoothness up some. Yeah, that's a lot better. Always color check yourself, my dudes. This is not a perfect green screen. Anyway, I'm gonna put something else funny behind here. Like, oh, I don't know. What do we want to put behind me? What do you think, guys? What do you guys want to put behind me? Because, like, we got that option now. That's weird. Because of the shadow? Yeah. Okay, that's the shadow causing that. This is why you make sure your green screens stay well lit, kids. Dealer's choice? Alright. I mean, I can do the classic. There we go. I am now a streamer, or I'm now a fucking YouTuber from like 2000 or 2012, 2015. This is how we're playing the game now, guys. It's not. I'm not doing that. But anyway, now that we have that set up, I can do funny stuff with that later. For the moment, though, let me adjust a couple things. Just because I want to play around with it for this stream, I'm just going to add... I'm going to add myself to some Gran Turismo action. We're just going to be off on the side here. Because now I'm a professional... I don't know what I'm not professional. I'm never professional. Whatever the fuck I say is not professional. Don't take me seriously, ever. Alright. So now if we head over here... See, look. Now we're doing good. Microphone's peaking a tad bit high there. Did not realize that. But we're good, I think. Just pull this down a bunch. The problem is when I start streaming, I'm not that loud. It's only once I've been streaming for a little bit that I start getting like to my normal like projecting voice, which makes things a little bit difficult. I know you guys can't hear the thing. Give me a moment. Is that it? Alright, doesn't this play like Panama or something? No, it's playing this, okay. It also like clips for some reason. Like the audio just clips slightly. Let's yeah, there's the Panama. Can't play that on stream. Come on, controller, work, please. Why is my controller... this fucking PS2's ports. Uh-oh. There we go. This PS2's, like, controller ports are very jank. Oh. It started to play something and then went, nope, not the right time. Alright. So we're back in here. Hope everybody's having a good one. Let's see. Love Need for Speed Underground 2. Me too, man. That was like the only car game that I ever owned when I was little. And then I found Gran Turismo 2 and I was like, this is actually good. I like this game. This game is excellent. So if I do 16:9, is it actually going to show up in 16:9? No. Because of the converter that I'm using, it's just not going to work. And this is going to bug out. Bought Forza 4 for the Xbox 360 just so you can make custom skins. Also fair. I realize nothing's showing up. You'll have to give it a sec for the game to realize that I can't see anything and then turn it back. Yeah, like that. Unfortunately, I don't know why widescreen doesn't work here. I think it just has to do with the converter that I'm using. If I could plug everything directly into my monitor, I would, but I can't. One of the unfortunate downsides of using a scanline converter, or at least the one that I'm using, is that it can't do widescreen for some reason, or I'm not aware of a way to make it do widescreen. Maybe somebody can. Man, I do love those games songs though. Like the menu songs are just peak. So we were in a Mazda. It was a Mazda MX-7, I remember that. I think we tuned up the exhaust. Yeah, we got in the basic exhaust. We were like grinding Sunday Cup because we couldn't fucking win it. I should replace the brakes, but we don't have the money for that right now. Suspension could help some. Love a good smooth elevator music song. I'm a big fan of like jazz fusion, just straight up. Jazz fusion and jazz are just really fucking cool genres. Same thing with like, you know, neo-funk and neo-soul music, things like that. Like I love it. It just sounds good. Handle more powerful engines. This also changes the feel during gear changes with more of a direct feel when you change up than the normal clutch. Sports flywheel that meets prerequisite racing specs. Reduces time of gear changes. Increases the acceleration characteristics to a stronger tendency to lose speed in uphill sections. I mean, we're not doing that many uphill sections. Probably not a bad thing to have. Limited slip differential. Not applied during braking, so it doesn't cause any problems when you come into a turn. Okay. So let's grab this this improved clutch, and one more thing we can do, because we haven't done this yet, and it's very important to do this to your cars. All right. It's very, very important to do this to your cars. Don't let anybody tell you different. Okay? I actually don't know where we do it. No. It wouldn't be here. Maybe some GT shop? Yeah, there we go. We need a fucking oil change. Remember to change your oil in your cars, kids. Check it if you haven't in a while. Let's watch our man do the work. Okay, you don't fill it up from the bottom typically, but alright. But yeah, remember to get your car's oil changed, kids. You can do it yourself, it ain't that hard. But having a lift does help. Oh, there's your ads about to start. Cool, so now that we've wasted all our money on whatever the fuck, it's time to go back to the Sunday Cup with hopefully a slightly better car. And rip it up. See what we can get. Let's just go at it and see what happens, because I haven't done anything interesting other than grind Sunday Cup. So may as well keep the trend going. And I'm remembering that the PS2 buttons are pressure sensitive now. So we get to deal with that. So I'm going to change my racing tires to, yeah, let's make sure we're on sports. Yeah, we got the mediums on. We can't do hard or soft because we don't have it bought. Exhaust is sports, no supercharger, normal brakes, brake controller, we don't have any. Suspension, we've got the sports clutch and the sports flywheel on there, which we just got, so we're good. I love the detail of these games, genuinely. I think that it's obviously like super in depth. And that's awesome. But I think it's just nice. It's just I like the in-depth mechanics because I do appreciate cars as a thing. I just wish that they weren't a necessity to get around the U.S. or Canada, and that for that matter, or a lot of places, but definitely the U.S. and Canada. Like, they're an absolute necessity. Cars are a commodity. And I don't really think that they should need to be, you know? Pass around the inside. I'm feeling it today. I mean, we're not going up against particularly difficult cars for that matter, but like, I'm feeling it. As long as I don't like spin out or anything, I think we'll be good. And second lap. Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? What's the... I'm feeling a warm spot. Is that the fucking... that the bit? Yeah, they're in the hot tub. That wasn't where that one happened. It was like, there was a whole bunch of them in a short span, but there was one where they were just like, yeah, you know, cool dudes night out, and they're sitting there playing like D&D or LARPing or some shit. For a sec, I thought this was like Sir Mix-a-Lot or something. I was like, what? It might still be Sir Mix-a-Lot, but it's not Baby Got Back, which is what I thought it was initially. Hell yeah. We got this nice little black RX-7 from 1990, 10-year-old car at this point. 11-year-old. No, wait, this is a GT4. 14-year-old. I was thinking it was Gran Turismo 3, which is not what this is. That was actually pretty smooth for, like, first race in. Like, obviously it wasn't particularly hard, but... Ah yes, the wonders of loading off a CD. Not even an internal hard disk, a CD. So we're just gonna go through the Sunday Cup and see if we can get first in all of them now that we've got a car that's, like, a little upgraded and reasonably okay at what it does. And if we can't, we'll figure something out. But then we can go into the FR challenge and do that, and hopefully get a decent car off of that. After that, I mean, we've got our B license, so we can do some events, but we might want to get our A license too. Pass around the outside. Oof. Once again, I find myself wishing that I had, like, a full, like, you know, gas pedal and brake setup, because there was one for the PS2, funny enough. Ow. I love fucking up my car. They just, like, they brake super hard for some reason. I guess because, I mean, if their cars don't have weight reduction and have worse handling, then I totally understand, but it is funny. I don't know, there's something cool about, like, motorsports, I think. About, like, any racing, but, like, motorsports is a very, like, interesting thing because there's, like, the vast majority of people, what are they doing? They're just trying to wall me out. They're, like, fighting for it in first place. Ow! Fucking prick. These guys are aggressive for a fucking Sunday Cup race. You're not gonna make enough money to replace your car if you crash it, you know? But... No, the, I do appreciate motorsports because it's a fairly, like, obviously monetarily it's not a super accessible thing. But, like, I think it's a cool thing. Like, if somebody can actually afford to get into it, it's not like it takes a stupid high amount of money. It's cool. You go buy an old car, you go. I want to get to the Sunday buffet first. Yeah, that's it. This is literally just them racing to get to the buffet first. Well, too bad. We got there first anyway. Be better if we didn't get smacked. Stream caption, Mr. Fasty and the evil car drivers. My name is not Mr. Fasty, excuse you. It's Mr. Speed. Man, that oil change really made a difference, huh? Very important. Very important. That's the name of the game. I don't know. We could call it something that, like, you know, with people think about when they think about Fast. Like, they think about Sonic the Hedgehog, right? And this game's on a CD, so maybe we could call it Sonic CD. I think that's a good name for a game. That's the other thing. I mean, if I want to talk about my week, car time, that's just... yeah, car time, name of the game. I get a feeling it probably wouldn't have sold as well if they just called it car time. But, yeah, I've had an interesting week. Work's been hectic and annoying and the usual. Hopefully it's going to slow down after the beginning of this week. I definitely hit that guy, but I'm blaming him for it. But, yeah, work's been hectic, and I've been going to see a couple friends, and, you know, got social obligations, and other shit going on. It's been a lot. Alright, this is a big turn coming up. Probably want to slow down here. At least this is a nice wide open bit of the track. But yeah, I don't know. I think I wouldn't mind if I ever get the money to just, like, buy another car and, like, mess with tuning and stuff. I don't think I would actually mind doing some sort of racing. Obviously legal racing. As much as I would love to just do random illegal street racing, that's not really an option for me. Because I really don't want to get in trouble with the cops. I think we're winning this one, guys. I don't know about you. That oil change really made a difference, huh? Definitely just the oil change and not the new racing tires and the weight reduction and the new flywheel and clutch pad or clutch plate. Definitely not any of that. Wish we had a good go-kart track here. There's one that's kind of close to here, but it's in like one of the worst entertainment, like amusement parks I've been in. It's an amusement park with like a very generic, well, I say generic, but it's an arcade, but it's not good. It's a very bad arcade. One that I dislike thoroughly. There's probably one within like an hour's drive of here if I went looking, but not really worth it. I was gonna go hiking this morning, but I realized that it was probably gonna rain in a couple spots, and I really didn't want to deal with that. So I guess maybe I'll do it tomorrow or something. No, not tomorrow. Tuesday evening maybe, depending. Yeah, I think most people would benefit. We just need more places where people can be outside and exist without issues, you know? Because we've kind of made it... We've made it in such a way that, like, there's not places to go anymore. There's no arcades, there's no, like, go-kart tracks, there's even, like, playgrounds. People are complaining. Rukix, you were talking about that last week. Some old person was complaining that kids were playing on the playground. We have an outdoor one, but it's extremely overpriced. There's a cheaper indoor one, but it's inside. An incredible pizza. I don't know if that's like a separate like sentence or what. But it's just like we've made it illegal to be outside without money. Like we made loitering basically illegal in most places. Because people just assume kids are going to get into trouble and cause problems. And most of the time they don't. But, I mean, that's the prevailing perception by people who actually owned properties, so. Incredible Pizza is a place. I gotcha. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, sorry, we don't have those here, so I didn't recognize it as, like, a name. I do love the road tracks, too. It's always kind of cool when, like, you know, like Baltimore was did it for a couple years. I don't know if they're still doing it, but Baltimore had the Baltimore Grand Prix where it was, I don't know if it was F1 cars, but it was, you know, race cars going along Baltimore city streets, which of course fucked up traffic immensely, but it was really cool to see. Pretty mediocre pizza, damn. Yeah, I love places that are just called like, it's just the descriptor for the pizza, but it's just like good pizza. Or like good burgers. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Shit like that. It's like, really? Yeah, there's Rukix explaining. Damn, I almost pulled that one out of my ass. That would have been a cool run. I don't know this track that well. I mean, obviously we have, like, the heads-up display with, like, the whole map of the track, but... I'm gonna try and pull around the outside. Are these guys faster than me on the straightaways? They're also bumping into me because Lamau AI. Ow. I blame him for that one. But yeah, I don't know. I should, and I'll talk about it and then I won't actually do it like I usually do, but I should look at my resume today and edit that because I got into a talk with somebody who said they'd be willing to help me look for another job depending on what I'm looking for. But the problem is I got to figure out what exactly I'm looking to do, you know? Like, do I want to do mechanical design still? I'd like to get into robotics, personally. you know, in some respect. Mechanical design's like something that's related to that, obviously, but you know, or do I just not want to do anything like that at all? Do I want to like swap careers? Which would suck given how much time and effort I put into becoming an engineer, and engineers paying well, but I don't know. You know, I really don't know what I want to do, and that's part of the issue, I guess. I do like the director's mode, the view mode, so you can actually see like what's happening. All right. So we got one more track in the Sunday Cup, and then we can start doing FR challenge and see if we can get some money off that. And then we can either keep upgrading this car or get another car. Oh, we already got first in the other one. Never mind, we don't have to do that. The Auto Bianchi. Yep. Nice old 79. Now that's a racing car. Okay, that's a real man's car. We're gonna use that. Let's get in that. Job I took isn't particularly what I want, but it helps me climb the ladder. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. And it's more like I just really don't like what I'm doing right now, and it's not leading anywhere. I know it's not leading anywhere. So it's really just a question of like, what exactly do I want to do? Like, where do I want to be in like 5-10 years? And I think that mechanical design would be fine. But it's like, I really am enjoying, I enjoy, like, making video and audio stuff when I can. Like, taking photos and videos, and I enjoy that. But I don't have any contacts in that. I don't have any contacts anywhere, and that's part of the issue. I just don't have contacts in places because I'm from a fairly low-income family that mostly dealt with food stuff, you know? So it just kind of doesn't work out that way. And that's really the long and short of it. Like, to really get anywhere, you need to know people. Like, degrees don't matter nearly as much as just knowing people, and unfortunately I don't know people, and I'm not good at going out places, you know? So that kind of puts me at a disadvantage inherently. Yeah, your problem is no one wants to hire people on an associate degree for graphic design. Well, nobody wants to hire people on a bachelor's degree for mechanical engineering either. They want other stuff in your resume. They want other stuff going on in your resume, and the fact of the matter is, I didn't get an internship. I've got a job, but it's not super relevant to what I really want to be doing. And I don't have any, like, certifications, so this is why I'm like, you know, I need to go sit down and get my EIT certification so I can at least get started on getting my professional engineering certification. But it's frustrating, you know? And so I totally get where you're coming from with the graphic design thing. Like, sure, you might have a portfolio put together, but, like, nobody fucking looks at it. Everybody just throws it out as soon as they hear that, like, oh, you don't have work experience. Yeah, most places don't want to hire anybody. Yeah. What they do is they just want to look like they're growing. My controller is unplugged. That's unfortunate. I don't think... I'm like halfway through most of the way through the first lap. I don't think I can recover that. Yeah, that, and you don't want to use Adobe. I mean, Adobe's a whole other thing. I totally get that. Yeah, most places, if they are... Most places don't want to hire right now. Job market is cooling off. And, you know, it's not even... I can't even say most places, because that is an assumption. Most places do have reasonable hiring standards. The problem is, when they don't... Like, most places don't act... They're not actively looking for people. So they'll put out job application. They'll put out, like, you know, they'll put out job offerings, but they'll make them either unreasonable or they just won't respond. They just want to look like the company is growing. They look like they want to hire people. It's an optics thing for the companies. And that's very frustrating because it obviously means that they're just not going to hire you if they're not looking for people, you know? But they won't tell you that to your face. Same place each time. Yeah, it's like, hey, we're not actually looking to hire right now, or hey, you know, we're not doing this, or we're not interested in what you're looking for. Like, I was just talking, literally, I went on a tour of fucking NASA's Goddard Flight Facility from somebody who's been there like 25 years this week or last week. And they'd said, I asked them, I was like, is NASA hiring? And they're like, well, no, but the contractors are hiring. No, the contractors aren't really hiring much. The contractors aren't hiring much either, trust me. I've tried most of them. They're not interested. And so now I'm like, all right, cool, what do I want to do? Do I want to just try freelance photography and videography? Do I want to, like, look for those as well? Do I want that to be a supplemental income? Is that going to take up most of my free time? Yeah, probably. If I end up doing that, and it sucks because I really do value my free time and I like when I have it. Thanks. Can I get a third here? Ow. Hey, your portfolio needs more icons and logos. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, you do that, and then they just decide that they don't want that anymore, you know? Tell you what, Rukix, if you need more work, fucking DM me. I'm sure I can come up with something I need. What a fucking train wreck. Alright. Maybe FR challenge isn't a good idea. Maybe we should look at something else. Or maybe this track is just awful for me. Because this one always seems like a pain in the ass. This one's always a struggle. Got rejected from a job from the college you graduated from. Sent back saying how it was funny I graduated with honors there and it still wasn't enough to warrant a job. Yeah, that's the thing. Like and this gets into a whole other rant that I could get into, and I'm not gonna because it's way too long for this, for me to, like, sit down and properly talk about. Lightweight K-Car Cup. Gran Turismo. It's not a D, it's Gran Turismo. Game has been updated to game name. I like how it still says that even though it doesn't work. I don't know how to make it, like, confirm that I mean, without, like, 20 more lines of scripting. Sports truck race, huh? Spider and Roadster. Can I enter Spider and Roadster? Convertibles only. Okay. There you go. Thank you, Walker Pierce. Length limit. Okay, so I have to go get, like, the shitty... One of the shitty, like... I have to go get the Autobianchi. It's 4, yeah, this is 4. Thank you, Walker Pierce. Oh, we're 0.8% done with the game, guys. Okay, so we got this Volkswagen Lupo. We might be able to enter that. No miles on it. I have no idea what it would sell for, but probably not much. And then we got this fucking 80s or 70s Autobianchi. Which is probably awful. But I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. Tell you what. Let's see how this thing runs. Hopped back and noticed it was still in just chatting. Yeah. I appreciate it. Fun fact, apparently you can trade cars if you have somebody else who has Gran Turismo 4 and a memory card for it. Which, if you're playing this game without a memory card, Godspeed. None of these. So Autobianchi is an Italian brand, yeah. Let me see here. So this is 71 horsepower right now. I don't think there's any engine upgrades we can do, because those tend to be more expensive, yeah. We could port polish, maybe, if I sat down and grinded the thing again. How on earth will we ever get more than 2 viewers if we aren't on the right category? That's a good question. And for that, I offer the response, I don't care anymore. I've learned to not care about numbers, at least for Twitch streams. Maybe if I end up, like, if the YouTube channel blows up, maybe I start making Twitch a bigger thing as well again, but like I said, I'm not counting on that at all. We'll take the upgraded acceleration here. 1 horsepower is not equal to 1 horse. That's true. It's not that. It is a indeterminate number of horses, because horses aren't very consistent as a measure of horsepower. Funny enough. But there are horses that are approximately measured at like X horsepower. Where it's like, you know, 2 or 3 or 5 horsepower in some cases. Is the weight reduction worth it? Because that would mean that I couldn't really get anything else. I think it's probably more worthwhile to upgrade the exhaust in this case, because that's going to get us a slight horsepower increase. On average, 1 horse is more than 1 horsepower. Yeah. It's great. Alright, so we got this crap Autobianchi that we're messing with. This is gonna go poorly, but we're gonna get an oil change, and then we're gonna jump into the K-Car Cup. And we're gonna see what happens. Alright, time to watch our man do the thing. Yeah, horsepower is an extremely arbitrary measure. They just, like, basically took some dude's, like, I don't know, probably sickly horse, and we're like, yep, that's the measurement now. I have to say, the green screen, like, it ain't perfect. I could definitely mess with it some more, but, I'm glad that it is what it is. I'd also like to take a second and just thank everybody, because, I probably wouldn't have bought the light without some of the money that I've been getting from Twitch still. So, I appreciate it, really. I wouldn't have bought the light and the green screen, and I'm hoping to buy a second light, and then maybe I could set up in the living room where there's a bit more space and do videos. Or for that matter, in the basement, but also the basement's got really bad audio. The basement's got really, really bad reflections off the walls because it's all tile and wood. Alright. Probably gonna do horribly here. And if we do, that's okay. That just means I have to go actually get my A license and learn how to drive. We got a Daihatsu Copen, Suzuki Cappuccino, Nissan Pal, another Daihatsu, and then Honda Beat. Again, why did they license Panama by Van Halen? I don't know. It's funny. Probably shouldn't let it play, but I'm gonna let it play anyway.
This was the Kentucky Derby winner 25 years ago. He shall be our baseline. He was the champion. A prime specimen.
Yeah, this is exactly how that's what this car feels like. Ow. Thanks for just slamming into me full force. So here's the thing. These cars have really shit acceleration because their horsepower is so low. So you kind of have to try and keep up the... you have to keep your speed as much as you can through these corners. Which means really wide corners. And just taking your foot off the gas as opposed to hitting the brake fully, if you can help it. What we need is we need to give one of these things nitrous. Yeah, 1 whole horsepower. That's the thing, man. It's all a numbers game, too. Like, it's... You could sit and, like, explain, like, everything about, like, how, you know, car engines work, and, you know, horsepower is not the only determining factor in how fast a car can go. There's weight, and then there's also just, aerodynamics and how things are distributed, and how the car, you know, how much downforce the car can apply, and all this other crap. Nope. Not getting ahead of me. This is such a weird song to be hearing. This is, like, surreal for me. Fuck, he got ahead of me. Oh, and he has a better acceleration. Oh, do I have the... I don't think I have the right tires on here. I think I've got normal tires. I need to put the sports tires on here. Yeah, no, we'll call that. Quick, use the blue shell. Yeah, that'll solve it. That'll teach him. One of those Japanese person cars from the old... two-person cars. Yeah, K-cars. That's where the name comes from. K-A-I. Or K-E-I, sorry. They're very interesting, but they're made for, like, you know, going around a city at slow speeds. They're not made for, like, sports car driving, but I like that there is a cup that is just, like, K-cars. Like, these really lightweight, little old cars. Let me put the sports tires on this thing and see if that helps at all, because if that helps with, like, cornering a little bit, then we're pretty much golden. Then I just have to actually not hit other cars. Which is a whole other thing. Okay, the sports are on it. The sports exhaust is in there. And we've got the sports flywheel. To be fair, it's only got 76 horsepower. Let's be real. I don't know how much we expect out of this thing, but, yeah, let's try it. Let's try it again. Let's just see. See what we can do. Is that Homer Simpson as, like, a sound sample in there? Anyway, how y'all doing? You having a good weekend? You guys been doing alright? Taking care of yourself, drinking water and all that? Because I haven't been drinking enough water. I really need to drink more water. I need to stop drinking sugary nonsense, but it's whatever. It's where we're at. That's the other thing. I want to go out and, like, hike more for the sake of getting more... For the sake of, like, exercise, because I don't exercise much. Literally, I'm not even going into the office right now because the office is closed. They're doing construction work on it, so the entire, like, lower level is closed off. Eating a ham and egg sandwich, need to go get drinks for your mini fridge? Valid.
Oh my goodness. I just got the entire Dracula Twitch ad all at once in like 6 seconds. Then the normal audio played for the remainder of the ad.
Oh no. Excellent. Sounds like you had a good time, Walker Pierce. Did you have fun with that? I am 4 seconds behind the lead. Yeah, you just gotta take everything wide. If you can take it wide and go out and out, then you're probably fine here. Shouldn't have braked. First mistake. Shouldn't have braked. Yours played normally. Yeah, sometimes Twitch just fucks up. And honestly, that's way better. It's way better. At least it's entertaining when they fuck up, you know? Yeah, the video played like 300 times fast forward, and then the audio played normally. Yeah. Sounds like Twitch's issue, really. Now we're getting up to speed. Man, I forgot I was driving a front an FR car where the drivetrain's in the front and the engine's in the front. I looked at the tire wear and I was like, that feels weird. No, that's normal. We're driving from front tires. It makes sense. You said something about Diablos. I will check it after this because I do want to do well in this race. Come on. Thanks for ramming me from the back, buddy. Very helpful. Monoblos is better. I can't say anything about Monoblos because I haven't fought it. Because, shit don't exist in most of the games. And I haven't played enough games to... I haven't played any of the games where it does exist. Alright, you know what? I'll take third. Fuck it. Bad lap. Other than drinks, I got a message from Ket saying that Diablos is a bitch. He keeps running away from me. Yeah, Diablos can just be like that. Diablos will just run away. The real secret to fighting Diablos is to hit it as it's charging at you, or immediately after it tries to turn around. So, I mean, maybe we go for that weight reduction now? That would help a lot. Monster Hunter 1, Monster Hunter 2, Monster Hunter 4U, yeah. I can't play 4U. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just I need, like, to play Monster Hunter with other people anymore because I can't grind like that. Or maybe it's just using a 2DS sucks. Like an original 2DS. It's not very good. I don't know. Alright, let me buy that weight reduction. Maybe we should buy the racing softs. How much are the racing softs? Too much. Alright, yeah, let's get the weight reduction. Which should help a tad. Cool. Personally find 4U such a fun solo experience. Yeah, I think a lot of it does have to do with the fact that it's like your first game. Like, I find GU really funny as a solo game. I think it's entertaining. But it's obviously not a particularly good one compared to a lot of other stuff in the series. Yeah, 4U's still good, I think. It really just depends, you know? Alright, 3 laps on Tsukuba Circuit. Let's see what we can do. I wish we got more games like this, and I don't mean just get racing sims. No, I mean, like, I want more games with like Gran Turismo style career modes. I think Gran Turismo's career mode is genuinely pretty fucking cool. It's just, alright, cool, go drive around, you know, mess with whatever cars, buy the cars that you like, and see where you go from there. Yeah, GU is just an absolute mess, yeah. Yeah, it's got the old engine clunk like for you, and it's just completely nonsense. The story is somehow even less there than in for you, like. And then you get the Hunter Arts, which let you do shit like Blast Dash. Which, yes, I know you can do Blast Dash and Rise, but like, GU Blast Dash is so funny. Because it does so much damage if you hit it right. Alright, let me see what we can do here. Handling actually feels pretty reasonable for what it is. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I can't read your name because it's dark blue. Sorry, apologies in advance. I'm trying to race. Hold up. Oh, yo. What's up, Lorenzo? Hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, so on the straightaways, this car can't keep up. Doesn't help that I'm doing shit like this. Pretty good story near the end. Yeah, near the end, story just disappears. Yeah, For You has a good story. I wasn't saying For You didn't have a good story. I was saying that GU has a fucking goofy story. I need to keep my speed better. That's the big thing. I'm so used to just like brake, take the turn, speed back up, brake, take the turn, speed back up, because I have cars that have the horsepower to do that. This is K cars. They don't have that. Doing good grinding. Luke in SF6 got sponsored. Hey, congrats! Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna hit him. This is no longer friendly competition. I am fighting. I don't think Luke would appreciate you grinding him. Yeah, Luke wouldn't like that. High rank story kind of diluted. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like we already know what the issue is. Go fix it. Don't want to lose too much speed here. Take the wider turn. Hit the apex. Pull back out. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning how to do things. Out, in, out. I'm only 5 seconds behind. That's not that bad, right? Character's good. Sorry if I'm not reading all this. I see the text. I'm seeing the text. I just big focus right now. That was terrible. But we're on the straightaway now. It's all good. Long straight. Top tier privilege. He's a character. It becomes more deadly the better you are at Street Fighter. Yeah, when the characters have high skill ceilings, it feels good. I totally get you on that one. Alright, so we're getting 4th. That's pretty bad. Did like seeing the repercussions, basically the genie being let out of the... Yeah, let out of the bottle. Yeah, watching the frenzy continue to spread even after gore was dealt with. Right. Right, and then you still have to fix everything. It's neat. It's a neat idea. I don't know, we're doing okay with this little, like, crappy Italian car from ages ago, but, like... Maybe we pick up the other one and just see how that goes. Because I get a feeling that also qualifies as a K car, given the form factor of it. Needs more everything. It doesn't need more everything. But, yeah, K cars are not typically meant for racing. We'll just put it that way. They probably shouldn't be used for racing. Going to Otakon again, gonna cross-dress as, Arquid. I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. From Tsukihime. I gotcha. Neat. So hope you have fun, man. I won't be around, unfortunately. Got too much other shit going on. As usual. But I hope you have fun, man. Glad you're doing alright. It's always nice to hear from you. I know I don't check in much, but I just hopped off Twitter and I'm barely on... Like, I'm on Discord a lot, but I'm barely, like... I'm in, like, a couple of little circles, and that's it. You know? Okay, yeah, so this doesn't qualify as a K car. I could do FF challenge, and that would probably go poorly. Pronounce it correct? You doing karaoke every Sunday night? Hell yeah! Awesome, dude. Like physically, or are you doing it like on a video or like a stream thing, or F1K car? You got that place up in Ellicott City? Physically? Hell yeah, dude. Awesome. Drive to Union Jackson, Columbia. Gotcha, gotcha. Awesome, man. Good. It's good to hear you getting out more, honestly. You fallen down another rabbit hole? What'd you get stuck in this time, Walker Pierce? Right near the mall? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was up there with James at one point. Alright, there are no improvements on this car. We're gonna get blown away in the straightaways. We might be able to make it okay in the turns. I'm vibing with this. I love the Gran Turismo environments, man. Even if it's just like a fucking racetrack that they licensed out and they're just doing that, like, it's just cool. You know? Probably shouldn't have tapped brakes there. Comic book story synopsis videos. I don't even like superheroes, but it's been fascinating to listen to. Did you see the one from Hugbees about Snowflame? It's not really like a synopsis per se, considering it's a dude who shows up in exactly 2 comics. But highly recommend if nobody's seen it. There's a video by Hugbees on YouTube called Snowflame, the cocaine-powered supervillain. And it's just... I don't know what to say. It kind of explains itself. Love these semi-low poly environments. Yeah, it's very much the PS2 trying to pull off these big things and just not really quite getting it. Yeah, you've seen it? Yeah. I'll tell you what. We seem to be struggling a little bit here. We're low on funds. I may be able to swap over... Well, let's look around. Batman's worst costume. There's a lot of pretty bad ones, honestly. So we're not gonna tune. I want to see if there's any one-make cups for this shitty cappuccino. The Lupo. Hey, we got a Lupo. Oh, we need A-Spec, though. Okay. Rainbow Batman. Yeah, you love to see it. Okay, so we need our A license for that one. There's one for Mazda. I don't know if it's the RX-7, though. Yeah, if you ever want something interesting to watch, I recommend Hugbees. Honestly, if you sit down, I could recommend... If I sat down and, like, wrote down all the channels that I watch that I recommend genuinely to people, there's a lot. And maybe I'll do that at some point. But I was really hoping that I could have that video out this week, and it's not happening. Roadster needs Miatas. I can do this one. Now, is this a good idea? I don't know. Yeah, YouTube's full of talent. That's the other thing. Like, and there's more shit on there than you're ever going to be able to watch. That's the thing you have to realize. Yeah, exactly, Conan. There's so many fucking things out there. So much hidden talent. So many people who just... They know what they do, and unfortunately, just due to the way the world works, not everybody has all the time to watch them, and they don't always get discovered in the way that they probably should. It sucks, but it's what it is. Alright, so we're probably gonna get blown away again. Because I remember this race, and I remember it not going very well. But yeah, Conan, hope you're doing good. I'm digging the soundtrack for this. I always love the songs that get picked for Gran Turismo games. Yeah, no, we don't have the acceleration for this fucking race. It doesn't help that the screen's shaking because... I don't know. Yeah, screen's like vibrating. I don't know if it is for you guys, but it is on my end because my monitor hates scanline converters. I don't know what the deal is. It does not like it. Yeah, we're once again stuck in a spot where, like, what do we grind? Well, we've got the Sunday Cup or the FR Cup, and that's kind of, or the FR Challenge, and that's kind of it. Yeah, no, we don't have what we need for this one. Ragnarok's for some nice classic and indie horrors. Found out that that was a surprising cosmic horror set in the bayous of Louisiana. Neat. You have a better chance of getting discovered and finding an audience on YouTube than you ever did with traditional means. Agreed. Agreed. Especially if you're not in a location where the thing that you do is very popular, like, I don't know, Houston or Dallas for, like, film or, I mean, barbecue. Not like people are going on YouTube and getting discovered for their barbecue, but, you know. Yeah, so, I mean, it just sucks. We spend all our money on a decent car, but unfortunately it's just not good enough to win us all the stuff that we want to win. Maybe there's a Japanese event that we could do? Japanese 70s Classics. Japanese Compact Cup. I don't think we have... No, we don't have anything for that. Good old American barbecue. Just like George W. Bush intended. Alright, let's do FR Challenge again. Let's just try FR Challenge. It sucks because I'm just struggling with a car that I would typically say isn't too bad. Yeah, barbecue's good. Classic games do have niches on YouTube. Yeah, especially video essays in some cases. Yeah, you learn about franchises that you just missed. Absolutely. I'm the same way. I will listen. I just finished watching oh, what's his name? I'll look up the video. Hold on. I watch pretty long form stuff, and a lot of it is like Elder Scrolls content or like Bethesda game video essays that go on for ages, because you can really talk about Bethesda games for ages because of the way that they are. Yeah, where's my watch later? There's a few of them. Patrician TV, I recommend if you want something long form to just listen to in the background. Pull up a couple right now. Hot Cider is good. I haven't heard about them. Private Sessions just did a video on City Skylines. I don't play many city builder games. I used to play a couple of them. I used to play like SimCity DS and some of the like weirder
If you ever
SimCity
want to have an
games.
experience, definitely watch a Summoning Salt video.
Yeah, Summoning Salt's always good for like speedrun content or a lot of other stuff. I think he has a very specific style, but I think that style's been copied by a lot of people recently, which is kind of unfortunate because it devalues that style a lot, which is a shame because it's a style that does take a lot of effort. Yeah, Patrician, you don't want to watch everything in one video. If you're watching Patrician's longer stuff, you don't watch it all in one go. He makes like 4-hour videos easily. Him and Private Sessions just finished up a series. They both made videos on Fallout 76, if you haven't seen that. Those are good. And then Private Sessions just released something on... City Skylines, and Patrician released something on Outer Worlds. Ow. Yes, I'm doing a good job. I am a good driver. Ow, thank you for squishing between me and the wall. Classic SimCity 2000 is on GOG. Hey, you know what? It's not a bad game. Highly recommend it. And we're getting City Skylines 2 soon, so if you want something more modern, keep an eye out. I am a good driver. I am getting pinned between the wall. Ow! I didn't realize that was a hairpin. You know, this is just like the AI beating each other up. This is very much good sportsmanship, you know? Good sportsman-like behavior. Nothing weird going on here. No, you know, multi-$1,000 repairs on cars. City Skylines 2 will still suck with a controller. They've at least made efforts to try and make the UI not as bad on controller in City Skylines 1. But yeah, don't play with a controller. I don't know what to say. Some game genres are just not very good for controllers, and some aren't very good for keyboard and mouse, but for the most part they're bad for controllers. There's a reason why Brutal Legend marketed itself as an action game despite turning into a real-time strategy game partway through. It's because real-time strategy games typically don't sell well on consoles, and part of that is because they're not very, like, they don't control very well on consoles. It's hard to make a good controlling RTA or RTS on a console. RTA, talking about speedrunning. The Ragnarok's cosmic horror thing, it's called Narco. I gotcha. Yeah, everybody go check that out. I don't know if that's my vibe, but it is cool. I just appreciate stuff like that being made. Who else? If we're talking horror, not really my thing. Nexpo is big, but his videos are absolutely worth it, honestly. They're very, very well made. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is funny. Pikmin 2 revolutionized RTS games for controllers, and no one cared. Yeah, it's because it was a Nintendo game, because nobody wanted RTS games on controllers. At that point, the resounding thing was if you wanted to play an RTS game, you played on keyboard and mouse, you played on a PC, because you had shit like Warcraft 3 at that time, which is a very good game, and kept... those servers were kept alive for years and years and years. Don't you get in front of me, you piece of shit. But yeah, just like, I don't know, trying to find... And it's always hard because, like, YouTube... The YouTube algorithm will recommend you stuff if you... You need to give it the feedback that it wants. As far, like, as a viewer, you need to be careful about what you do. If you sit and watch a video that's just a bunch of TikTok shorts, it's going to keep showing you TikTok short compilations. So my thing is, I see a bunch of photography, I see a bunch of videography, story writing, game critiques, and like occasionally like future funk mixes and stuff like that. You need more action RTS games, make them more engaging. I like Brutal Legend a lot. Okay. Eurothug 4000 and Tango Mushi. I've heard of Tango Mushi, yeah. Both have some good video essays, unique perspectives, yeah. Well, and that's the thing, too. When I was making the video that I'm making, it's so... Everybody has their own unique perspective, but it's hard to sit down and really realize what your own unique perspective is and what you can bring to something that everybody else hasn't already brought, you know? Yeah, Tango's good. But that's the hard part when you're talking about making stuff. And I should work on the other videos that I've got going on, but I'm feeling... It sucks. I'm feeling like I need to not work on things because I'm waiting for this video to launch. I'm waiting to sit down and be able to say, hey, this video is out, go watch it, and then I can start working on the next thing. In terms of RTS, you just want Age of Mythology retold. Yeah, fair. News for Age of Mythology retold. Yeah, valid. You know, I get tons of comic stuff that I'd rather not have clog up my feed. Yeah, then you tell YouTube that you're not interested in that stuff, you know? Hey, Ninjas, how you doing, bud? Hope you're taking care of yourself. We're just vibing with some Gran Turismo 4. And I got my green screen set up. So this stream looks really scuffed. Because I don't really have I don't have a good design layout for it. I don't have a good layout for it. I just have a green screen. Remakes and remasters and remakes for classics, Rise of Nations and Legends. Yeah. That's the other thing too. If we want to talk about remake culture and like this like nostalgia bait like thing that we've made as like a cultural icon, I kind of hate it. It's kind of like one of my least favorite things, honestly. But I kind of hate it. I don't want to see remakes of stuff for the most part. Don't get me wrong, there are some games that I think, you know, it's good that they're getting remakes and I'm happy for it, but like I'm mad that people are just relying on the same old IPs and making the same old games when they could be making something entirely new, you know? I don't care if it's bad to a certain extent, obviously, but I don't care if the game is like, you know, as long as it's not horrible or anything, I'm actually kind of glad that it exists, you know? Oof. I will read everybody's comments in a minute. I'm focusing. I like this, like, 1950s, like, blues. Like, this 1950s blues rock that's playing in the background. That's a vibe. But yeah, I don't know. This is one of the things I like about streaming, too. Is like, we can talk about this sort of stuff, you know? And I don't feel, like, bad about doing it, because we're just existing. I'm not making a video. I'm not gonna go off on some tangent that doesn't matter that I'm gonna cut out and edit and post because there's just no reason for it to be in there.
David, what are you doing? I'm focusing.
Yeah, I'm focusing. I am looking at the thing. I am trying to do well in this race. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just cool that these sorts of discussions can be had. You know, and I don't have to cut it out. That's why I like uploading VODs. Even if nobody ends up watching them, which, by the way, I have a VODs channel if anybody just wants to look at all of my old stuff. I've archived a lot of it from the past year. Well, 6 months or so. Yeah, that's another thing with editing, too. Like, you realize that, like, okay, this is a good, like, bit, but it doesn't really add anything to the overall, It doesn't add anything to the overall, like, sense of, like, the piece of video that you're making, whatever story you're trying to tell. And you realize you end up cutting it out. I have, like, probably, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours of footage from the stuff that I was working on recently that didn't make it in. I drove terribly on this track. Especially this last lap. That was awful. Wow. I'm pissed off. Hi, what were y'all saying? Everything looks good, hope you're alright. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Need to start looking at jobs again, is the big one. The Dracula ad did the exact same thing again. Yeah, that seems like a bug. I don't know what that is. Cool story about that. Algorithm from watching Eurothug led it to recommending him on my feed. I gotcha. 3 to 4 months back. SH3 essay. Okay. Silent Hill 3. If a remake and remaster makes an older game more accessible, yeah. Accessibility is a whole other discussion. And I'm glad that it does make those things more accessible. That being said, it's not the exact same game, and you gotta realize that too. Giving Abandonware games some love, yeah. If you can give some Abandonware games some love, which sometimes that's hard because licensing is weird. Battle for Middle-earth, yeah, is only getting love from its community. Yeah, you can only do that through, you can only get it through Abandonware sites, and it's kind of a pain, and then people aren't talking about it because it's not being marketed, you know? Do the same with my streams, just VODs. I only like to edit stuff out for, like, background noise. What happened there, I was going too fast around that last turn, and I messed up. So I was going to... This is a Joe Satriani song. I wasn't expecting that. I went too fast around that last turn, and I couldn't get enough grip off the tires because I've been going for a few laps already. So I ended up sliding into the ditch. But yeah, VODs are super... I think VODs are cool. Like, obviously, you can't and probably shouldn't save every single VOD from every single stream ever. Just not reasonable in some cases. But I think that there are some instances where I'm like, yeah, sometimes I just want those VODs uploaded somewhere. Because I think that we talk about a lot of interesting stuff in here as far as, like, game design and games go. But also, like, you know... Am I going to keep all the footage from that interview? I don't know. Maybe I make a second video out of it, but I don't think that it's enough to really make a second video. But it's also stuff that, like, I find interesting, so it's in this weird position now. Master Chief Collection. I like to see the old style and the updated stuff. Yeah. Seeing the remastered stuff is cool. 100%. I need to watch my tires more. I'm very surprised they put a Joe Satriani song in here. I don't know why I am. This is just a really, like, diverse soundtrack. I'm actually, like, this is... I might have to look at this game, what this game has as far as licensed music. For anybody who doesn't know, Joe Satriani is an instrumental rock guitarist. He's been around since the mid-'80s. He's been putting out albums since the mid-'80s. And when I was in high school, I was, like, obsessed with him. The Sonic 06 rewrite exercise was a fascinating thought experiment. Yeah, that was fun. And is it something that I personally would take time to cut out of a VOD? No. Because I don't have that kind of... I don't want to put that kind of effort in. That being said, if the channel were to get big and I were to hire an editor, maybe I'd have them do it. Maybe somebody would highlight it. I don't know. But at the moment, no. Not worth my time and effort. But it is cool that it's up there now, and we can just talk about that, you know? Maybe we should go play Sonic 06 again. Get through the first, like, 4 levels again. If. Big if. Agreed. Because again, is the channel going to get big? No, probably not. Likelihood is, especially since I'm not putting a ton of effort into it, you know. Maybe if I was, maybe we'd have a better shot at doing that, but at the moment, no. Nor would I expect it to be getting good. Nor would I expect it... Like, if anything, I've decided I want to focus on YouTube. Do the box glitch. Did we ever finish Darksiders? Darksiders 1, yes. Darksiders 2... Yes. I did it again. I'm fucking stupid. Get all the way to the end of the race, and then my tires give out, and I don't fucking pay attention, and I take the turn too fast because I'm trying to overtake. And then I slide into the ditch. Yeah, we did finish Darksiders 1 and 2. We didn't finish 3, and I didn't play Genesis. I'm doing the gamer pose, guys. But yeah, I don't know. There's so many fucking games to play. I need to play through Bayonetta 3. I think I might... What I've been thinking about, and this is more just me thinking yesterday because I realized I haven't been streaming as much as I'd like. I might make streams just like a big thing. I might like have a stream, like, I don't know, not once a month, but like, ow. Okay, I'm cutting across here. This is sportsmanlike behavior. What I might do is I might do streams a little bit less frequently, like maybe once every couple of weeks or so, and then I'll occasionally make one just like a big deal. I know for a fact we did not and will never finish Nier. No, I'm not finishing Nier on stream. It's just not something I'm interested in finishing on stream. It's something I might play on my own. Wow, you fucking prick! Nier Automata, I'm not finishing on stream. It's just not a good stream game for me. It takes too much time to sit down and finish, and I have to focus on it too much. And I didn't have a ton to say other than just having it exist, you know? We had, like, the same discussion 4 or 5 times. Those streams were weird. It's not even like a bad game, it's just... I don't have much to say about the franchise because I don't know enough about it. You know, that was my first time experiencing it, and unfortunately it's not a game that lends itself to open discussion without experiencing it properly, you know? Yeah, just complaining about the philosophical points, right, and that's not interesting. Dude. Automata and Replicant are all the Nier games that there are, for the record. I guess you could go with the Drakengard stuff, but that's not directly related. As far as I'm aware. Wow, I'm driving like shit. Just give me third. Highly recommend playing it. Yeah, discussion is a whole different thing, and when I'm playing a game, I tend to discuss it. You know, you can call... I was at a concert last night, and I was talking about how... I was talking with my friend about how the DJ... Or not last night, but Friday night. And I was talking with my friend about how the DJ was, like... You know, the DJ is the person who, like, actively, like... You know, controls the flow of the energy in the club. They control when people get hyped and when people should calm down a little bit, and... You know, if you try and keep everything hyped 24/7, then nobody's going to go buy drinks, firstly, but also it's just not feasible in a lot of cases. And and they were just sitting there and like, yeah, it's just what I do. I like discussing this stuff because I think it's cool. I think that's cool in itself. And they were talking about, she goes, you know, I wouldn't, or if I was anybody else, I would probably call you a wet blanket. And I was like, yeah, that's fair. You know, I don't know if I'd call it boring, but I'm analytical, I guess is the best way to put it. All that man's games are connected. Yeah, no. All of his games are definitely connected. 100%, but I think Nier Automata and Replicant are supposed to take place on a slightly different thing. Timeline. Yeah, it is all one big interconnected universe, I'm aware. So we got $2,000. I could try and... Well, we don't really have anything we can buy until we get up to like $3-4 easy, so let's just keep going for a bit. If I can get some decent wins here, then I'll be able to get enough money to upgrade this car some, finish out the FR challenge, get another car, and then, I don't know, maybe sell something. I could probably sell, like, the Cappuccino if it's... Or not the Cappuccino, the... Well, I don't want to sell the Lupo because it's got a one-make race that it has for it. So I want to upgrade that eventually. Maybe I sell the Auto Bianchi.
Just use an Action Replay Max.
Also true. Could use an Action Replay Max. Or a Power Saves. Anybody remember Power Saves? They just gave you a bunch of completed save files where they hacked in a bunch of shit. Or sometimes it wasn't completed. Sometimes they were, like, normal save files. Or, like, you know, beginning of the game save files with just, like, a bunch of hacked in items and shit. Power saves is weird on 3DS. I only ever had the Wii version, and then I think I ended up overwriting the SD card. Probably for the better, honestly. Excellent job there. Proud of myself. I'm not. That sucked. Tried to pass him on the inside and fucked it up. It's all good. 2 more laps. Yeah, it was an Action Replay, but it just modified save data and re-injected it, yeah. I didn't know the technicals about how it worked, but yeah. It was an interesting idea. I like it because it means that you're not actively messing with the game with code injections. It's just you're messing with the save data itself. Which I think is probably a better way of doing things than Action Replay necessarily, but Action Replay lets you do all sorts of goofy shit, so, I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag. Last lap. Gotta watch my tires. They're not awful, but they're getting there. Shouldn't have driven over that, but okay. Yeah, that's the thing. It sucks when you have to think about tire management. It becomes a whole different game because these tires do get worse as the race goes on. So you kind of have to watch your grip. I'll take second. The Wii 1 let you just replace your save file. 3DS couldn't quite do that because of save encryption. I gotcha. I think I used an action replay on my Final Fantasy IV save where I just made Kane level 99 because he was an in-and-out character in the game. Yeah, he jumps in and out of the party for a while. I should try and play Final Fantasy IV again. That was probably the one that I enjoyed the most, but also the ATB system makes things take longer than if it was just a turn-based game, which is kind of painful. I don't know, could I beat that BMW? Maybe, maybe not. Time is it? 12:37. We'll go for a little bit longer. You won 2 different action replays for the DS, but they both burned out. Yeah, my brother, we had an action replay for the DS, but it came with the, or was it the action replay? I don't remember. Yeah, it was the action replay. He snapped the micro SD card off in the hole for the micro SD card, so we couldn't use it anymore because it would just busted and we couldn't get it out. Like even with like tweezers and stuff, we couldn't get it out. It was annoying. Yeah, we'll go for a little longer. The DSi, yeah. Yeah, it was the DSi one. Am I gonna do well on Laguna Seca? Probably not. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think I just need to take the day to chill. It's been an interesting week, and I gotta get right back into the mess tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. Freeze! What happened to the dinosaurs, guys? To the Ice Age. You get that? You guys remember that one? You remember Arnold Schwarzenegger? Everyone stay cool. Everybody chill out. Ice pun. Yeah, you could literally just say, this is a funny joke, and it would have the same impact, basically. Those movies were so over the top.
Dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
There you go. There you go. Now we're fucking talking. I like that you can see the backfiring. Or whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Well, like when the muzzle or when the exhaust flashes. It's a muzzle flash, yeah. That's what I meant to say. Which is factually incorrect. This is also true. The Ice Age did in fact not kill the dinosaurs. Easy, don't slide into the ditch. It was when the Fire Nation attacked by sending meteors. Yeah, that's it. Can you imagine if the Fire Nation just shot meteors at everybody if they learned how to do that? How much quicker Avatar: The Last Airbender would have been over? Oh, Day of Black Sun. Everybody shoots meteors. We're not even going to burn the place to the ground. It's literally just going to be completely destroyed by meteors. Fire Nation summons Bahamut. That's what happens. Yeah, it was the KT meteor, yeah. Yeah, the KT meteor is what killed the dinosaurs, at least as far as we're aware. I don't know, maybe some dude went around with a gun and just started shooting all the dinosaurs. You never really know what happened. Cue the Super Mario Brothers movie monologue. Like the intro monologue.
Forget Sozin's comment. This is Sozin's meteor storm.
Sozin's comment. What did he comment on? Was it a YouTube video? Did he like and subscribe? You should check out Dralnah, by the way. Pretty cool. No. You mean it wasn't Turok that killed them all? Yeah, unfortunately. You know, common misconception. Turok was in fact the name of the doctor, not the meteor.
I am Turok.
You are Turok. Ooh, my jaw just popped. Ow. Whatever. I guess just completing races is probably good as anything. That was the worst turn I've ever fucking taken. Plot twist, Fire Nation has gravity magic. Yeah, fellow... Yeah, it's just Radahn from Elden Ring. Well, I was 10 seconds behind lead. That was pretty abysmal. I think this car needs a horsepower upgrade if we're going to try and beat this cup. Because I can keep up on shorter tracks, but on longer tracks, or tracks with long straights, I'm having issues. Which makes some sense. Is there a Japanese cup that I could do? Love the fight for just the flare alone. Oh yeah, it's an absolutely awful fight. I haven't played the game personally, but yeah, it's one of those fights where I just keep looking at him like he just shoots meteors at you at the start. It's just dope. It's stupid and ridiculous, but it's dope. The worst turn you've taken are those ones where you end up on the dirt from oversteering and have to restart. It wasn't oversteering. That wasn't the problem. The problem was literally my tires were worn off enough and I was going too fast. He does shoot lasers, yeah. Raid boss. So I don't think I have enough to get anything significant. And I don't know if I have the Japanese events, I don't know if I have anything interesting I can do with them. Yeah, I don't have Compact Cup. 90s Challenge requires an A license. I could go get my A license, I guess. Let's do that and then call it. NG Plus, if you're a major wizard, you now get meteors and lasers at them. Yeah, you just shoot them at everybody. Yeah, it's goofy and funny. It's a good time. I should sit down and play Elden Ring at some point. It's one of those games where it's like, yeah, I have it on a list of games to play, but I've got so many other games on that list, I'm not even bothering. You know? Take note of your red and white curbing on the red and white curbing on your right. At the end of this curbing is the first corner, a left-hander. Corner's curbing reveals the location of the apex. Take the correct line and you should be able to get through it flat out. Cross the bridge. Across a right-hander. Stay as far left as you can when entering the corner and then look for an apex. Remember, this is the late apex corner. You should also be patient with the throttle here. You don't want to upset your car's balance in mid-turn. At the corner's exit, don't bother getting set up on the far right before the next left-hander because you don't have time. I'll go straight for the apex. Give a light tap of the brake pedal as you enter the corner. It's paramount. Paramount you be patient with the throttle here because if you get on it too quickly, you'll provoke understeer, which will keep you from making the last turn smoothly. Late Apex. Bronze, but I mean, we did it. With how expansive it is, it's really play at your own pace. Yeah, it's not a game that you need. Some people really feel a need to like try everything that they can in a game. I've never felt that, which is part of why I'm perfectly fine with not beating the Dark Souls 3 DLC. Or at least not the last one, even though I know that that's awesome. When you do, let me know. I can help with my level 204 character. Yeah. I will let you know for sure. You guys locked in NG+. That'll spell doom for me in the upcoming DLC. Yeah. Hey, that's just a good time to make another character, right? Okay, so this is a mid-engine car, which means that the engine is actually between the two axles as opposed to over or in front of the front axle. So the balance ends up being a bit different. And I don't understand it, so we're just going to keep retrying that. Maybe a stream idea something, for something. You have a meme character. We'll look in a moment. Ooh, got a bit of a drift going there. Is it good? No, but it's alright. Aw, I was so close to making... I love how tight the time is between the gold and the silver for some of these. It's so ridiculous. I have a meme character during release. Yeah, it's just Big Club. Yeah, the Big Club guy named after a Sekiro boss. First was the do whatever character, but you ended up a blood samurai. Yeah. Well, it seems like katanas are a pretty big thing in that game too, as far as I could tell. I don't know what I would end up doing. I like playing mage characters. I like seeing all the magic stuff. I like all the technical nonsense that gets involved with that. So maybe that, but we'll see. Deep Forest Tracks, final corner, high-speed left-hander. We'll use high-output front engine, front drive, Mitsubishi Eclipse Skylander, or Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider, sorry, for this test. After launch, set yourself on the right side of the track. Then start turning the wheel early to make up for the car's understeering tendencies. Tap the brake pedal, control your speed through the corner. Unless you exit the corner at the optimum speed, you'll probably go off. Okay. I do like that they, like, tell you basically, like, yeah, you need to, you basically just need to, you need to, like, practice this a bunch. Like here, I just barely made that. If I went to go practice, maybe I'd get better. But, we're just going for bronzes here, because I don't really care. I just want to get the license and get out. If I get a car from it, whatever. Suzuka Circuit's most challenging corner is called the 130R. Start out on the back straight, going about 80 miles per hour. Set yourself up on the right side of the track. The approaching corner is tight here, so start turning immediately after you're off the brakes. If you're late turning in, you won't be able to hit the apex. As a result, you're more than likely go off the corner's exit. Okay. Got an ad for Adobe. Yeah, I don't like Adobe either. If I was forced to use it for a thing, sure. But, as it is, no. Just not required. Don't care. Look at that. I kind of understand how cars work. At least with a controller. I don't know. Obviously, driving is a different story. I had to use it during school in this program. It's not... Oh, not the most user-friendly? I have seen and found far less friendly user-friendly programs than that. This is a pace car. I have seen far less user-friendly programs than Adobe, but I understand being frustrated with it. They made me use Dreamweaver, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Adobe is, unfortunately, if you want graphic design, that's what people use. People will just buy, like, the company will just buy a license to Adobe Studio because or Adobe Creative Suite because they don't want to have to use anything else. Adobe Premiere Pro is the bane of my existence when I was learning editing processes of videos. Yeah, that's the thing. Companies will still buy Adobe because it is like the professional program at the moment, you know. And that kind of sucks, but it's what it is. And they can buy a license to it, and they don't have to buy like a more expensive full thing for it. Even though I use DaVinci Resolve, even if you go into like Hollywood stuff, Adobe Premiere is the editing program. DaVinci Resolve's the coloring program. You just send it back and forth. Camera died? Okay. That's gonna have to wait a minute. I've got the other battery charging, so that's fine, but... You guys can just enjoy the nice driving. That's the other thing, though, with these. Like, they don't expect you to do perfectly every time, and that's kind of nice. They don't expect you to go into these and then just know how to do it and then immediately fail you. Like, they'll let you just do the full circuit. Or, like, the turn or whatever. Alright, cool. Let me fix the camera. Hi. Cursed thought, what monster from Monster Hunter would make a good topping on a pizza? Ooh, good question. I mean, if we want to be goofy, we just list off one of the pig ones. We just say one of the pig ones. Whose names are escaping me right now because my brain's kind of just gone. I'm gonna finish this. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get food after this. My brain's just I want to finish this, and I might play some off stream to grind some more credits. Moss Swine, yeah, Moss Swine works. I was thinking the one from GU, whose name escapes me. Wow, that was shit. I don't understand FF cars. Or maybe this is an MR car? I don't know. Probably bring it up during stream. Yeah, seems like a good stream topic. I'm surprised I made that one. I felt like I fucked up that corner real bad because I didn't realize we were going that far. I didn't mean to retry. Cool. Yeah, Moss Swine will work for sure. There's another pig one in GU, and I can't remember the name. Walker Pierce, what's the giant pig that you fight? I don't remember the name. Exit the first left-hand corner at full throttle, and then get on the brakes as you enter the S's. First turn here has a late apex, so you have to be ready to steer the other way. Moss Swine, yeah, Canadian bacon or something, or like ham. I'm just gonna look at this. Okay. I wish I understood how this worked more. It's mostly like, because the thing is, you really have to understand how the car feels, and I don't really get that from this UI. Yeah, like, that was way rough. You need to carry more speed through the turn. Yeah. I don't understand driving nearly as much as I'd like to. I keep swinging into that corner, so I can't tell if I need to just pull earlier or what. Yeah, like that. I'm obviously pulling too far into the corner. Maybe I need to take it wider. That seemed to work all right. Hey, look at that. It's silver. I love all the dudes just standing around clapping and, like, marking you off on the test. The other reason I tend not to wear headphones whenever I'm doing streams is because while I can wear headphones for prolonged periods of time, and they're usually fairly comfortable, especially this set that I just got the other week, most of the time I'm going to want to take them off for a while, and I don't really want to do that much. What does Analyzer do? Oh, it loads replays. Okay. That's cool, though. I like that. It tells you, like, what the car's power was and, you know, how much, like, you're steering and all that. That's neat. I like that. Yeah, let's talk about pizza. Got me hungry. Do I want to go get a pizza? Probably shouldn't, honestly. We got plenty to eat here, but... Smash into the corner Mach 3. But pizza... I mean, that's a good argument. But pizza is a pretty good argument. I just want to read through this now that I've actually done it. Okay. Like, there's a pizza place that can make one right up the road. It tends to be kind of greasy, New York style, thin crust, which I like. But I don't like the amount of grease. Oh, it's coffee break time. Knock over all the cones and head for the finish line. Okay. Please knock over every cone in this area. Fascinating gameplay, guys. Shit, I missed one. Diablo's on a pizza. Spicy, earthy pizza. Eh, I could see that. It's like a... It's a sausage sort of thing. Or like mushroom, maybe. Since I can't actually reliably do the pressure control... Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now they're going faster. Yay, that was shit. Moss Fine would be like that due to the diet. Yeah, that's fair as well. If it's just eating, like, truffles and stuff. But yeah, there's this place up the road that does this greasy New York pizza, but it's also, like, kind of expensive. And anywhere else would, instead of being, like, a 7-minute drive, would be, like, a 20-minute drive. Because I don't live near anything. Real-life racing conditions, Suzuka's famed S's. Corners are aligned in a relatively simple manner, left, right, left. However, you won't be able to get through them at full throttle. You need to brake properly for each corner to effectively negotiate the section. Keep the nose of your car pointed in the correct direction. That's the key. Establishing a good rhythm is also important. Do not upset the car's chassis. Final left-hand corner has a tendency to invoke understeer, so be ready to accommodate accordingly. Okay. Awful, but we did it. I like the bongos. I just want just the bongos playing. I don't need any of that other stuff playing in the background, just bongos. I don't know how many of these we have left to do. We just hit the coffee break, so I think we're like probably halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way through. Suzuka Circuit, run up the entire course. Flying lap with a pace car. Best way to learn the course quickly and better your lap times and make full use of the pace car. You hit or pass the pace car and you fail. It is funny because I realize when I go to get a new car, I've never driven a front-wheel drive car for very long, if at all. So I realized that because I've driven trucks my whole life and they've all been rear-wheel drive, I'm gonna probably run into some issues with that. And just like learning how the car controls. Not like I'm racing, obviously, but like it does feel different. It does turn different. I have to realize that. Like I can't make big turns and hit the gas and expect me to go anywhere. Because with a rear-wheel drive vehicle, you will do that. You just probably end up drifting. Big hairpin. That's the other thing. With an analog stick, I realize it's an analog stick and there is more fine control than, say, a D-pad, but I usually end up just slamming the stick to the left and right anyway, which isn't great in most instances. Thumbsticks just aren't the most accurate things, I guess. So steering might be more of an issue here. I like that the controller at least vibrates to provide a decent, like, feel for the game, too. It's just neat. What the fuck? It wouldn't steer. There was just ridiculous understeer there. I guess maybe I do brake a little bit, despite the fact that the pace car didn't brake. You guys know there's a Gran Turismo movie coming out? Did y'all know that? I don't know if anybody's seen the ads. I don't know if they're showing the ads in, like, anywhere relevant. It's just, like, literally a dude who's playing Gran Turismo gets to drive real race cars. That's the plot. And it's got, like, I think it's Jeff Bridges. And someone who I've never heard of who, I don't know, seems to be doing an okay job, but just, like, I'm not gonna go watch that movie. I'm not gonna go watch any movie now because Writers' Strike and the Actors Guild strike. And I do respect my unions. Respect your unions. Just saying, y'all. Keep seeing it, and I'm going, no thanks. Yeah, if anything, I would have probably gone to see Oppenheimer. And maybe the Barbie movie just because it looks funny. But at the moment, no. I ain't going to see shit. Alright? Don't be a scab. Fucking support your unions. Unions support unions. You should support unions. If you don't support unions, why? Workers' rights. I want to see both of those. I do too. I'm just not going to go see them in theaters, if you know what I mean. And I highly recommend everybody else do the same. This is gonna be rough, yeah. But yeah, I would like to go see both of those movies, but I'm not going to be going to see them in theaters. I'll tell you that much. Are we gonna make it there? Yeah, no, we're good. Time for 480p part 3 out of 12. Yeah, exactly. What's up, dude? It's been a while. Oh, man. But, no, I'll see what I can find. But, yeah, just don't... Try not to go to the movies, y'all. Cancel subscription services if you can. I can't because I don't use mine that much. It's mostly my parents, and they would start complaining, and I don't want to deal with that. But, you know. Do what you're gonna do, obviously. You know? I'm not gonna sit and judge people, but... Cliffs of the Grand Canyon is the site for the off-road test. Capability of cornering on dirt will be gauged here. Many sections consist... This section consists mainly of a series of right-hand corners, a slight left-handers soon after the start, which you should take more or less in a straight line. Come upon the first right-hander. Make sure you have the car pointing in the correct direction as you enter the turn. Immediately after this corner, the car will veer towards you at the edge of the track. Don't panic. Carefully aim for the inside of the next corner. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. Hope you're doing alright. I love the dude standing out on the track. I don't know why. It's just funny to me. It's a good job slamming into the track wall. That would definitely save you instead of having you go over the edge of the Grand Canyon. Somehow that worked. That was horrible, but it's fine. It worked. Oh man, guys, we get to do endurance events eventually. Or I'm going to be sitting here doing a single race for 2 hours, and I'm going to be very mad at the end of it when I realize that I can't do it. Key here is to control your car as it slides through the corners. Brake before getting into the corner. If you transfer the car's weight to the front, brake, and then hit the throttle, the car will slide. Okay. Been good just chilling now that you're done with uni? Yeah, I feel that. Congrats on being done with uni. Good old dirt driving. Slam into all the walls, but you know. I need to let off the gas more, that's the issue. Yeah, I've been done uni 2 years, so I need to really, like, get on doing stuff. I'm applying to other jobs now, and, well, not yet, but I need to work up my resume and figure out what exactly I actually want to, like, aim for. Because I was thinking mechanical design for the longest time, and now I'm not so sure about it. You know? Because I really do enjoy doing, like, film stuff and photo stuff, and it's like, do I really want to make that a full-time job, or do I want to do, like, I don't know, freelance work, or, like, I don't know. Rock and stone. First 2 blind corners, make your way down. Make sure you slow the car down properly and get on the inside of the turn. Cool. But yeah, I just need to, I need to get off my ass now and do stuff because I don't like the job where I'm at, and there's not really there's not much room for advancement, admittedly. Vroom, yeah. I'm gonna become a race car driver, guys. Just like the Gran Turismo movie guy. No, no worries, man. No worries. I was just talking about how I've been out of school for a few years now, and I really need to, like, get off my ass and start looking for another job that I actually want to do, because I don't really like what I'm doing right now. Not that it's bad work, but it's stressful and just not my vibe, you know? Open up streamer house. When I get the money, you think I got money for a house? I barely got money for a car if I wanted one. But it's also just like, you know, what do I actually want to do? You know, do I want to do mechanical design? Do I want to, like, start doing photo and video stuff? Because I've really been enjoying that. A house in this economy? Exactly.
A
Like, I wanna
birdhouse,
just,
maybe.
yeah, maybe a birdhouse. The goal is at some point I want to be able to move out of here and do, like, a condo. If I can manage that, I'll be happy. Because there's just nowhere else that I can really afford, and even condos are iffy, you know? And I'm making over the median wage for the, or I'm making at least just about the medium wage for the state. That's the worst part. And this is an expensive state to live in. A duplex condo? No, like multi-unit, big-ass high-rise or mid-rise condo, probably. But again, it depends on where I end up going, because at the moment, I still live way too far from my work, but I work remote most days, so I'm fine with it. It's more just finding a place where I can go, or finding another job that I'm actually going to enjoy, and then I can just figure out if I'm going to be able to move to something there. I didn't know that corner was there. Which is stupid because I could see it on the map, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to be a YouTuber? Do I want to be a photographer? Do I want to just keep doing mechanical engineering stuff? You know? It's hard. It's hard to figure out what you actually want to do in life. And it changes too, you know? Maybe in a couple of years I decide I don't want to do any of this shit and I want to move out into a cabin in the woods and do subsistence farming. Who the fuck knows? That was awful. But we might still be able to make the bronze. But yeah, I don't know. This is a game that I've been meaning to play for a while. Same thing with a lot of the stuff that I end up streaming. It is a game that I've just been meaning to play, and to a certain extent, streaming is a commitment for me to play a game, but only when I'm doing it in a scheduled way, and right now I'm not. I've intentionally set myself up so I'm not scheduled to do that because I need time to do other things and figure out my professional life. Which sucks. I wish I could be around more. But that's what it is. Alright. Yeah, you choose your fields of study before really knowing. Also, you're in an ad, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Zillow knows what's up there. Yeah, that's the big thing. They make us when just due to the way that life is set up, like, okay, cool. You turn 18, alright, time to go. You're gonna figure out you're gonna go to college, you're gonna go to trade school, you're gonna do what? Dude, 18-year-olds don't know shit. I still don't know shit. I'm 26. You know? We don't know what we want to do with our lives. I want to live. I want to exist. I want to have time, free time to do things that I want to do. I want to be able to make enough money to survive. Preferably be able to buy a house at some point. That's all I really want to do. And if that means that I can do it while doing something that I don't hate and preferably enjoy to some extent, yeah, I'd love to do that. Am I going to center my whole life around my work? No, probably not. But I also really don't want to work in, like, retail or food service or, you know, basic stuff anymore. I did go to college and I learned how to be an engineer. I have a technical background in that sense. Fucking slam on the brakes. Alright, bud. Yeah, Conan, you know what's up. It's just how it is, you know? Realistically, I'd like to be able to buy my own house. Whether that's a condo or a full house, I don't really care. Admittedly. And I'd like to, you know, be able to pay the bills. Beyond that, I don't know. I'd like to work a job that affords me some amount of free time while also giving me enough to pay the bills, and that doesn't stress me out horribly. At least not on a consistent basis. That being said, as a mechanical engineer with very little in the way of CAD skills, it makes things kind of awkward. Alright, last test. Section after the carousel of this Nürburgring's north courses are test venue. It's the more interesting technical portions of the ring. The first thing to do here is to observe the demonstration car, pay close attention to its speed through every turn. The wrong entry and exit speed through any of these corners will result in going off. Okay. The Barbarian in this chat? Yeah, Conan the Librarian. You're a wisp with a book. Let's just see how it is. I'm not driving. This is the demo. Okay, 100 going into there. Tap the brakes, 77 going into that one. 68 or so at the apex of that. Man, I wish I could fucking tap the brakes like that. Jeez. It's about 70 going into most of these. And this one's, yeah, 65, 60. And hitting way outside on the end. Got it. But yeah, I don't know, I'm not looking for anything phenomenal in life. Like, yes, I would like to travel, I would like to see more cities, I'd like to see more places where I could possibly exist. I'd like to live in a walkable city as opposed to out in the middle of nowhere. But beyond that, it's what it is. I don't know how that didn't count as off track, but okay. And we're clear. Could play a Barbarian in Baldur's Gate 3 after a personal playthrough and probable performance fixes. I hope they get performance fixes. I want to play Baldur's Gate 3, I'm excited for it, but man, I ain't playing it till it's fully released and I get a good, like, somebody bought it for me, otherwise I wouldn't have it. I'm glad that it exists, but, ooh man, pain. Undecided if you ever stream it or Elden Ring as of yet. Yeah, I mean, like, you're not under an obligation to either. I think that it is good to keep some games as off-stream games because ultimately, it's hard, man. You're not always streaming. You don't always plan to be. You shouldn't always plan to be streaming either. You know, I don't stream every day. I don't stream most days. Even when I was scheduling streams out, I still tried to keep some time for myself besides that, and I still have to work a full-time job, you know? Pontiac Sunfire. Cool. It's good even in the early access state, but yeah, it's rough. It's still a good game, yeah. I haven't played it in probably... Oh, geez, I don't know. A year or so? Yeah, streamers need personal time as well, right? Especially if you're doing other stuff. If this ain't your full-time job, like, it's so hard to sit down and be like, yep, I'm gonna keep streaming this stuff. You know, that's hard as shit. Right, let's try one of these Japanese events and then call it. It's 1:30. So we got the Japan Championship, which we're obviously not going to be competing in. Japan 90s Challenge, we might be able to do. But yeah, streamers need personal time as well, and like ultimately, I don't set aside enough time for myself for anything, which is a problem, and maybe I just don't use my time well. And there's now a YouTube video playing that I need to shut the fuck up. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. You know, life's hard. There's a lot of stuff going on. Everybody needs some time to just relax, and it feels like we don't get that. It feels like everything keeps trying to move faster and faster, and it's not just like a, oh, we're getting older, so things are getting faster. No, that's not it. At least not, I don't think that's what it is. I think that there's genuinely a bunch of shit going on. There's genuinely a bunch of, like, you know, stuff keeps happening. Stuff is happening faster and faster. Yeah, time's just tough. Yeah, this day looks great, but wait, family stuff is coming up, so no, yeah, you need time. And even if it's not like you don't have a thing going on that day, you still need time for yourself, you know? And I took all my paid time off that I have built up for the moment and used it on working. I used it on going to Ireland, so I don't have any like extra PTO. You know, so if I need to take time off like I did this Thursday for that NASA tour, I'm just doing that on, you know, my own time. I'm taking it out of my pay, which sucks. Mind you, I don't get paid terribly, but regardless, it still sucks to lose pay over like, oh, I gotta go do this thing, and you know, it just happens to be during the workday. And then if it doesn't happen to be during the workday, then well, great, but also now you're running into other issues, like, you know, you still gotta sleep, you still gotta eat. Maybe you've got other things planned that day. It's rough. Terrible turn. I don't know, life's hard. Time management is one of the most important skills you should learn in college. I will say that outright. Anybody who's still in college, learn your fucking time management. I mean it. But yeah, I don't know. I can keep ranting about this sort of stuff all day, but the fact of the matter is it doesn't really change much. So we're slow on the straightaways. And apparently fucked here. Well, love going from second to sixth. Best part of any track. Because I overestimated how good my tires were. Look at you driving on the grass. What are you doing, Chief? Alright, we're gonna need to hit the brakes hard here. thanks, prick. Man, I'm fighting for my life out here, huh? Well, I don't know. What would be a good upgrade for this car, or is there a good upgrade for this car? Maybe I just go buy another car once I build up enough credits? I don't know. Maybe I'll play some more off-stream. I didn't play off-stream between this time and the last time, like I said that I might. I went off course again. I'm annoyed. But yeah, just like, I don't know, life's a lot, okay? Really, all you can hope to do is find some people you can enjoy it with and find some time to enjoy it with them with. You know? And a place to live, hopefully, along with food and all that. That's assumed, but that's not really what should be assumed in this day and age, unfortunately. I'm gonna try this road course just to see if we can still keep up on the cornering. And then, I don't know. I've just been talking about, like, life and all that, too. For the record, you know, I obviously don't feel like, you know, I'm depressed and, you know, feeling awful about myself and all that, but if y'all want to bring up just, like, random stuff that comes up, too, you're welcome to. You know, if you got something that's bringing you down or whatever, happy to hear you out. Even though I would typically say streamers don't do that. You know, I'm obviously not a licensed therapist or anything. Slam into the back of that thing. Yeah, I don't know why this game in particular seems to have issues with the display and the line doubler that I'm using. I'm gonna try this one more time, and then, I don't know. Maybe I just suck at driving, which I think I do. Maybe I just need a better car. Maybe I need better tires. You know, I don't know how, I don't know these cars outright. I can't compare specs on these cars and go like, oh yeah, this one has about this much horsepower, or this one has about this much. So that's just another whole level of things that I would have to take into account and be like, can this car actually keep up with these guys? Because, like I'm seeing right here, no, maybe not. Once it's up to speed, it's fine, but keeping that speed is difficult. Awful job turning. I just need to think about this a little bit more as far as like the physics involved. I think that would help a lot too. Because I mean, like there, I took the outside, but despite the fact that I took the outside, I was able to hit the gas while being on the outside, so maybe that helped out a bunch. But yeah, these guys are 100% faster on the straightaways. I'm gonna have to corner better than them. Which is not what I was doing there. Let's see what I can do as far as sliding into a corner. Sorry if conversation just kind of dropped off. My brain's not working very well. I'm hungry. And when that happens, my brain just sort of stops. Again, Judas Priest. Not what I expect to hear here. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but it feels weird. Nope. This is my race now. Fuck off. This is my track. Get off of my fucking track. Alright, don't fuck up this corner. Please don't fuck up this corner. You know better than this. Fucked up that one pretty bad, though. Just don't let him overtake you. This is a long track. Forgot how long some of the variations on this track are, because I'm used to like the super short ones. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, the cars are very bad at like maintaining distance and all that. They're very good at just slamming into you and hoping that you don't or it's slamming into you and hoping that they don't spin out and you're the one who spins out. Like, it's very wacky in that sense, despite this being like a racing sim, as it were. The cars are not very good at acting with good sportsmanship. I'm not either, but like, you would think that the AI they programmed into the game would be a little bit better at like avoiding accidents and trying to maintain racing lines and all that, but no. It seems to prioritize keeping the racing lines at the cost of sportsmanship. And just slamming into you at full speed. Yeah, that wasn't a very good lap. It's okay. We did it. We did it, Reddit. We beat the Mitsubishi Lancer. No. That's what, 3,000 credits? Hell yeah. Alright. That's a good way to end off. I got no complaints there. I probably should have taken a break in the middle of all this, but, oh well. We're here. This green screen's pretty cool, don't you guys think? What do you think? Oh yeah, I should have fucking stretched. Jesus. Well, it looks like the sun came out, so it's gonna be hot now. I was hoping to go for a hike in the morning. I don't think I'm gonna do one in the afternoon. It good. This game's alright. I like this game. Is it frustrating sometimes? Yeah, especially at the start, but eventually things snowball a little bit because you get access to more cars and more money from races, and you get a lot of... and then you can sell some of your cars as well, so... it starts popping back up eventually, but, yeah, I think for the time being, that's going to be it. I don't have anything else to say, really. I don't think I'm going to be using this green screen consistently, as funny as this is, because it's just, there's not enough space in here to put this up and have it be as high quality as I would like it to be, I guess is the best way to put it. But, we're here. We got a green screen. Appreciate everybody for hanging out today. It was a good time. Take care of yourselves. Let me find somebody to raid here. Oh, Georgia's on. No, we're raiding Georgia. So Georgia's great. She is a... Oh, she's got follower, subscriber only chat. Well, regardless, I guess we're here now. Georgia's a great streamer. Very fun to watch. Pretty scuffed streams. Typically, your internet likes to dip in and out. She kind of lives out in the middle of nowhere in Scotland. But yeah, we're going to go CG. Be nice to Georgia. She's playing Fallout New Vegas. So if anybody's interested in that, there you go. If you're not, no worries. Stop by, say hi. If you want to leave, go ahead. But thanks for hanging out, guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. Have a good week, and I'll see you whenever I see you. All right.